Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So I actually have not been making episodes lately. Like a lot of these episodes I've pre-recorded. So this episode, I just started recording in June. But the last few episodes were all recorded back in May, so it's been like almost a month since I've actually recorded an episode for the series. So if I forget anything or if I miss, like if I say somebody's name is something else, it's because I've been playing like an offline Detroit GM mode. But yeah, anyways, in last episode we lost to the Stanley Cup champion Calgary Flames. I forget how much games it was. Looks like it was 6 games. Yeah, 6 games. But it looks like it was a pretty good series. I'm pretty sure it was. If I remember correctly as well, on Calgary, Zach Aston Reese, our former player, was on there. So it was kind of a bullet that we took, but should be anyways a good off season hopefully. And I feel like this team could still make some noise because we did acquire some good young players over the last couple seasons. Like Huberto, I think his contract ends this year if I remember. But we also have Millstat, who is a pretty good player. Josh Hosang too. But like, yeah, we're gonna have to start making some moves. And then we also have a lot of young guys that might jump to the lineup, I think, as well soon. So let's get into the draft. I forget really what the draft class looks like, but I'm pretty sure I had a couple players pinned that we'll definitely go for. So let's see what we could get here at the 2025 draft. So the Caps have the first pick and Vegas has second. Well, that is actually kind of cool now because both those teams are like we're in the Stanley Cup Finals just like a week or two ago. So pretty interesting. Rangers have third, and more than likely we have like 30th, right? Yes, we have the 30th overall pick. And wow, okay, Washington already taking Claxton. Let's take a look at the draft class quickly. I forget what we pinned, and I don't even know what we need really. Let's see, pinned. I'm pretty sure we pinned 2 guys if I remember right. Oh, we pinned 1 guy. I guess this guy must be an elite guy for the 6th round. Ross Bus. That's such a weird name. But yeah, okay, I guess we'll get that guy in the 6th round. But let's see what we could get at the 1st round. So let's send to user pick. We'll check what went before our pick. We're getting offered Skinner and Jacob Larson. Now, Jacob Larson's interesting. In a 7th, it's okay. But like, I don't really want to bring back Jeff Skinner, to be honest. Don't want to give up our first for this year, and Godfrey is pretty solid too, so I don't really want to move him. Brandon Carlo, no thank you. And okay, so let's see, Keeler, Emelin, any like huge steals. Djorovic is pretty good. There's a low elite McGrath, some more top 4s. Medium elite 69 overall center, damn. That's a nice pickup for Montreal. Finally getting a good center for their organization. An elite goalie at 16th, A. Bailey. Let's see, any other good players? Amadio, Para, Harrison, Barron, and Armstrong. This draft, yeah, is not really the strongest. Like, Barron is pretty good, and Claxton's pretty good, but everybody else is not, like, NHL ready. So let's take a look at what we could get with our pick here at 30th overall. We're probably going to auto-sim most of the draft once we get to a certain stage, but let's see what we can get here. There is a couple goaltenders, but we don't really need goalies. I always go for low fringe starting goaltenders, just because they always seem to be like medium elite. But like at the moment, we don't need goalies. Like Kolosov has been really good, and then also Sven Steen is getting close to being ready, so I don't think it's really necessary to take JC Graham, even though he's probably medium elite. In terms of forwards, though, maybe we could take Theo Hawley. He looks pretty good. There's no exacts, though, is the only problem. But yeah, I think we might take Theo Hawley here just because we don't have a lot of big wingers, if I remember correctly. Yeah, let's just take Theo Hawley. And he is medium top 9, 65, so not horrible. 65 overall, and was he 18? No, he's 19. So he could technically still like get up to like the 80s probably by his first like 1 year of growth or something maybe, or close to it, like 78. So yeah, that is Theo Hully. Let's see what we could get. Well, actually, we want to see what went afterwards to see what that goalie was. So we're trading Orr in a first for Couturier. No, I don't really think we need Couturier. And I gotta be careful because we are playing with morale on. I wasn't playing with morale on in my offline GM mode, so I gotta remember to actually play players in their positions. And holy crap, wow. Nice steal, Philadelphia, right before we go in. Danielson, a right wing playmaker that's already an 80 overall. Only medium top 6, but still really good out of the draft. So that goaltender, where is that goaltender? I just want to see if he was actually medium elite. I forget his. Oh, he was medium starter. So actually, it was not that bad because we don't need starter goalies. Let's see who else could we get here in the second round. Playfair. He's probably a medium top 6 forward as well, and he's already 20, so he looks like he could be like in the 75 range. Yeah, you know what? Let's just take him. Why not? And he's 69, so that's not as good, obviously, as Danielson is, but still, why not? Let's just sim to user pick again. Couturier, no thank you. I don't want Couturier. I'll make moves in the offseason if I need to, but I don't know if there is anything I need to do. Fourth round. You know what? Let's just take that guy that I was looking at that I pinned before, and then we'll just auto sim the rest of it and see if the computer could steal us anything. Okay. So scouted. I forget what his name is again. Oh yeah, Ross Bus. Such a weird name, but let's take him since I'm pretty sure he was elite. That's why we pinned him. Yeah, low elite 54. Okay, why not? Let's assume the rest of the draft. Hopefully the computer gets us some good players. So they got us Mikonov, Woods, and Kavanaugh. Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw Kavanaugh was a low top 9 at the end of that, but oh well. Not the greatest pick, but still pretty solid, I guess, for the 7th round. So let's sim to the re-sign stage now and see whose contract we have to sign. I don't remember exactly who we have to sign, but hopefully we can get pretty much most of the guys back. We might have to release some of the older guys just because to make room for youngsters. Like I think Godfrey wasn't in the NHL yet, but he might be this year. I could be wrong with that. Don't remember, like I said. So UFAs, Huberdeau. I don't really need to bring back Huberdeau. Fleury I might bring back, and then Hosang, I don't know if I need to bring him back really. Luostarinen actually wants an extension, so I might just keep using him as a depth forward. Other than that, there's not really much big UFAs. And in terms of RFAs, yeah, we got a couple big RFAs this year. Arvidsson, he's going to definitely be jumping up to like an 85, 86 soon, so we probably want to give him like a bit of a big deal so he stays with us for most of his good years. And then Poirier, he needs a contract. Nikas, Erzberg, Brian Ward, Whitmore, Peckham, Gibbons, etc. And I think also, yeah, Ulanov's contract is up as well, so, and Svenstein. So this is going to be a big year for contracts. So I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so I got everybody pretty much back. I did release, though, Jack LaFontaine just because Steen will be our backup next year. But I'm also going to be releasing Huberdeau just because he does not want an extension and he wants a lot of years, like a lot of term, and I'm not prepared to give him that much, and I want to kind of have some cap space for free agents, so maybe we could find somebody better and younger. So Huberdeau, thank you for your time here. Wish you the best of luck wherever you go. As well, Luostarinen does not, he wants an extension, but at the same time he wants more ice time. Like he's kind of fed up with his ice time a bit, so we're gonna release him and hope that he goes to a team that needs like a fourth liner, because I think we might have players that jump up anyways. And yeah, there's nobody else in terms of UFAs. And then RFAs, these ones, guys, I think I'm gonna qualify both of them at the moment, just because like Gibbons wants a one-way contract. I'm not sure if he's gonna be actually NHL ready, because it seems like he always just stays at 77 at the moment. And at Peckham, he is listed as a top 6, but I don't know if he will be on our top 6. Like, if we find something better in free agency, we could always sign that. So we'll just qualify the two of them. And, yeah, maybe we could pick up somebody else. But yeah, let me just go through the contract situation. So I did sign some players to some good contracts, some of the young guys. So as you could see with, who is it? Poirier, he signed to the same duration as Malone is. Nikas I signed for 1 more year just because he's already 26. Who else? Left wingers. Erzberg I signed for 3 years at $2 million because he's pretty solid. 80 overall is a decent like fourth liner, and like $2 million for 3 years is a really good deal. And then Whitmore signed for 2 years at $2 million as well. So a lot of contracts ending in 2 years. Defensively, I signed Arvidsson for like a long-term deal just because I feel like he's going to grow a lot. So he's signed for 4 years at 4.5, which also I find is a pretty good contract. Fleury I signed for 2 years just like Hanifin was. And then Ward is also signed for 2 years, but he probably will be getting an extension after that. And then in terms of goaltending, Ulanov is signed at $10.1 million for the next 4 years. Just because I almost feel like Steen is a bit of a bust. But like if Steen all of a sudden rapidly grows, then we could just trade away Ulanov maybe or something. But Steen is signed for 3 years at $2 million. So that one's also a pretty good steal if he gets to like an 89 or something. So that is the contracts. And yeah, let's get into free agency and see what we could go after. I'm not exactly sure what we need because I don't know if any of our young guys are going to be ready by the start of next season or whatnot. So we'll have to go through our roster again and see what we need. So there you go. If those guys don't sign with us, I might just sign Peckham near the end of the season, depending on what there is available for free agents. So let's go to proposed trade and just see what we have at the moment. And wait, how is our cap situation? Oh man, I didn't press B twice. Let's check our cap situation. We have like $20 million in cap almost. So we are definitely going to be able to find something here in free agency. So let's see the centers. But we have, so we got 284s and 283s and an 82 and a 78. So some of these guys could probably play wing. Like I think Malone, we were playing on the wing anyways. But yeah, we're going to have to try and figure out that situation. Yeah, we might actually be good for forwards. Yeah, I think we're good for forwards. In terms of defensemen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we sign Peckham back, we do have our 6th. And in goaltending, we're obviously good in. Let's just see what's available. Maybe we could just find some potential prospects. And then we will sign Peckham or something like that. If there's like a better top 6 defenseman, maybe we sign him instead. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing better than Huberdeau and Austin Matthews. That's pretty crazy. In terms of top 6 defensemen, because we don't want to sign anybody too huge, really. Desprez, no, he's too old. Wow, that's a pretty good young guy, Novosoltsev, but we don't really need him. But he's really good defensively, damn. It's an interesting one. I don't know why he's listed as a playmaker with his like 76 passing. But he seems like a pretty good player, even though he's 24. I just don't know where we would slot him in, to be honest, because we got so much centers. So I will leave him alone, even though he probably is going to be a pretty good defensive player, like on your penalty kill and whatnot. Let's just sort by potential, see if we can find some guys for the AHL. There is a medium elite defenseman, but he's already 25. Morita, 79 and 20. You know what? Let's give this guy a contract. Wait, actually, is he listed as top 6? Yeah, he is. You know what? This guy's going to be our replacement for Peckham. And I'm going to let Peckham go wherever he chooses, probably, if Morita signs with us, that is. Because he could sign with somebody else. Barteshko, 4th line center. Interesting. There's a lot of good guys that went undrafted. Yeah, I would offer Barteshko a contract, but like the thing is, like I said, we got too much centers at the moment, and goalie prospects, even though we don't need any really medium starter, I'll pass up on that. Okay, so let's see if we could get that guy. If we do get that guy, like I said, we will probably just like maybe trade away the rights to Peckham or something. Just because Morita is a lot younger and better, and he signs with the Leafs, damn it. Okay, I guess we will take on Peckham then. Let's just sim to next season and see what our lines look like. Okay guys, so I got our lines set up. So our team looks pretty good actually, like as you can see with our first line we got Aho, Milstad, Hosang. Second line Malone, Brown, and Fritz. I might change Fritz and Poye depending on who, actually Fritz is a better shooter, never mind. And then third line I had to move Poye to the wing just because Nick Haas wouldn't get as much ice time being on the fourth line center role, so the two of them with Whitmore. And then Erzberg, Godfrey making the NHL at an 80 overall, so that's pretty nice. And Davidson down here. The only problem is we do have Grantham scratched, and he's a low elite 20-year-old or 21-year-old, so his defensive stats aren't that good. He's more of an offensive player. So like I don't know what we want to do in that situation. Like, do we trade away Marcus Davidson and sacrifice defense for offense or what? So yeah, I might do something with that. I don't know. Like I might make a trade at the start of the next episode, just like get rid of one of them. And then yeah, everything else looks really nice. Like I said, there's the goaltending. Svenstein's up to an 82. It probably will change because of morale, maybe to an 81, but still pretty good. Then Hannafin and Fleury, Bean and Arvidsson, and then we got Peckham and Ward. And then, like I said, scratched, we have currently Grantham and Spencer Smallman. I don't know why he's up here, but I'm just going to leave him up here anyways. I might send him down and call up Gibbons as like a depth defenseman instead. And then in the AHL, let's just make sure we got our lines set up properly. Yeah, it looks like it so far. We got a lot of good prospects still down here. Yeah, that's good. Defensively, Gibbons dropped to a 76 apparently. So we'll just leave him actually down there, never mind. Don't want him as a depth defender. Yeah, that's all good. And goaltending, I signed Sharp. I wanted Sharp back in. Sharp is one of our goalie prospects that we probably will have to trade away eventually, or he might just be a backup for us. And yeah, the rest of this is fine. So there you go. So those are our lines for the 2025-26 season. So should be a good year, I think, just based on how our lineup looks. But yeah, like I said, we might have to trade away either Davidson or the youngster Grantham to like a team. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. So next episode, we will probably do most of the season simulation depending on how we're playing. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.